Welcome to our international podcast, Below the Belt. Who vex lose? Who vex lose? Mayday, Mayday. We need help, folks. We need help in this country of ours. Mayday. We need help, folks. We need help. Good to have each and every one of you joining us, folks, from wherever you guys are joining us from. Good to have each and every one of you. Mayday, Mayday. We need help. We need SOS. SOS, guys. We need help. Good to have you guys wherever you guys are joining us from today. Good to have you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Below the belt, two fantastic guests going to be joining us. And we are fired up at our end, guys, and ready to go. Don't know about you, but we are fired up, fired up, fired up, fired up, ready to go. The legendary, iconic Lincoln Lewis will be joining us. Trade unionist extraordinaire will be joining us, and the one and only activist, man on the ground, Brian Max will be joining us, folks. Good to have each and every one of you here. Good to have you guys here, and would have it no other way, guys. Would have it no other way. Good to have you folks with us. Mayday. That's all we can say. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we got some problems. That's all we're going to say. We have some problems, Houston. We got some problems. You want the good news or the bad news? Houston, we have some problems. Which news you want, the good one or the bad one? Good news or bad news? How you guys want it? Mayday, Mayday, guys. Good to have each and every one of you joining us. Would have it no other way. Good to have all of you beautiful, fantastic folks with us. Mayday, Mayday, we got a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Trouble, 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 folks. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Good to have you guys. Good to have you guys. Good to have you guys. We're gonna be sorting things out. We're gonna be sorting things out. We're gonna be sorting things out. We're gonna be sorting things out, folks. Houston, Houston, we have a problem. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Guys, two special guests are going to be joining us. As soon as you come into the podcast, we always ask that you share the broadcast and smash the emoji button, folks. Let us know how you're going to be, how you guys are receiving us out there. Let us know how you guys are receiving us out there, folks. We're so grateful to have each and every one of you. So very, very, very grateful to have each and every one of you, and would have it really, really have it no other way. Really glad to hear from you guys today. Looking forward to spending this time with you. We're discussing all the things that are so troubling back on this side. It's a lot of troubling things, folks. A lot of troubling things. As we're coming on, we're being made to understand that there's a fire. There was a fire at the Burbis High School, and we're being able to. The guys are telling us the situation is being handled, quote unquote. That's all we're hearing. The situation there is being handled, but quite a commotion outside of the Burbis High School today, as persons were trying to ascertain exactly what was happening there. Quite a commotion, guys. Quite a commotion. That being said, we are fired up at this end, guys, and we are ready to go, ready to have our guests on. Quite a few things happening at this end. Quite a few things, guys. Quite a few things. And again, good to have each and every one of you. Would have it no other way, no other way indeed. Good to have you folks here with us. How are you guys doing out there? How are you guys doing out there? Waiting for a reply. Waiting for a reply, of course. Waiting for a reply. Trust that all is great. Trust that you guys are great, and that whatever you guys are up to today, you're doing it well. You're doing it with integrity and with character and all the other thing that goes along with that. Folks, we ain't want to waste no time today. Smash that emoji button and share that live stream. Share that live stream for us. Smash that emoji button, guys. Good to have each and every one of you with us today. And let us know how you guys are doing. Let us know how you guys are doing. But as we said, folks, Brian Max, the one and only, will be joining us, as well as Lincoln Lewis, the veteran trade unionist, will be joining our podcast today. So prepare for that. Prepare for that. Good to have you folks. And let us see who we have with us today. No doubt all the usual folks. Donna Liverpool, we see you. Fitzherbert Jarrick, who is joining us from a rainy Connecticut. Well, he says it's not rainy, but it's cold. Is that, am I reading that right? Let me see. Let me see. It's rainy, but it's not right. Hold on, folks. Let me get this clearly. I want to make sure that our followers, our fans, our supporters, I'm giving very clearly what they're saying. And I may have gone past, we may have gone past that too far. All right, let me back up a little bit. Trying to get Fitzherbert Jarrick's comment. He was telling us what the weather's like in Connecticut, and I don't want to miss that at all. Let me see if we go the other way, if you're going to find that comment. Good to see so many of you. Tasha Silat, I see your comment as well. Tasha Silat is joining us from France, all the way from France. Good to see you, Tasha. Good to see you there. I see Brian is already in the street. Brian is saying he's fired up. Good to have Brian. Brian is in the comment section there. He's going to be joining us virtually shortly. We're going to be hearing his voice. That is, yes. Fitzherbert Jarrick says, hello from rainy Connecticut, but not too cold today. Not too cold. Now, Fitzherbert is a guy who has worked all his life. He has worked hard and he has earned a little retirement and he is just enjoying life, traveling, meeting new people, catching up on his reading, going to church, and so forth. Good to have Fitzherbert Jerk. You see, I ain't everybody business. Why I know that. Respect and manners, my brother. Respect and manners. Good to see Roxanne Odessa there as well. And Brian is going to be joining us in just a little bit. We have Lincoln Lewis is going to be joining us as well. Guys, share, share, share the live stream. Glenford, Gordon, we see you as well, Glenford. Good to have you. Patricia Kisoon and Claire Capel. Good to see you, Ingrid King, and all you fantastic folks. Amanda Daniel says, pace and power. It's really built there. The topic today is Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. A lot of things happening. Mayday, 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 folks. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Mayday. We need help, people. We need help. With the popo. With the economic popo. With the social popo there, folks. We need them. We need help. Lots of stuff happening on different fronts, guys. Lots of stuff happening on different fronts. We need help. We need help, people. We need help. Mayday, Mayday. We need help. We need help, people. We need help. We need help. There's no other way we can put it. We need help. We need help. We need help. Margaret Nelson has come to the rescue. Margaret Nelson has come to the rescue. Glensis Mingo Byrne is here with her hose. And Sia Rebel is here with a bucket of water to put out his fire. Folks, a lot of stuff happening here. A lot of stuff happening here. Literally, we learned this morning there was a fire situation there at the Burbis High School, and we'll be made to understand it's under control. That's what they're telling us. It's under control, folks. But in the economy, folks, things tight. Things tight. Glensis Mingo Byrne and Dora David, Marilyn Van Veen. Things tight, folks. It's tight, tight, tight. Good to have you guys nonetheless with us today. Michaela Webster, and all the other folks. Good to have each and every one of you. And I know Brian and Lincoln, they're going to be coming in just now into a virtual studio. Good to have Candy, Nelene Inderjeet with us as well, and Jackie Beard. Folks, you guys, you fantastic people, you make the program what it is. And let us say right off the bat, happy Pagua, folks. Happy Pagua. And we hope that you guys celebrate Pagua responsibly. You know, some folks tend to go off the rails there and end up in a lot of trouble, you know, when these holidays come around. But Pagua is tomorrow, guys. Pagua is tomorrow. We're not going to have FYI, but we're going to be back with the podcast. The podcast is going to be the only program we have for tomorrow, Friday. And that's the way it's going to go. We're going to be on with our podcast, trying to cover what's happening throughout the day, folks, on our podcast, and of course via our website. Of course, that goes without saying. Our website is going to be firing with any little tidbits we think you need to know. Ravi Kemraj is here. Good to see you. Mayday, Mayday, folks. Ravi is here. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. My Ravi's here with us. Mayday, Mayday. We need help, people. We need help. Call somebody. Please call Roxanne Aaron to help us. Call Stem Okra to help us, perhaps. Patricia and Majramutu Long can help us. Please, guys, help. help. Patricia is saying that it's 52 degrees in upstate New York today. 52 degrees. I think that's hot, people. I think that's hot. We might need some help. Mayday. Patricia needs some help there in upstate New York. And Gordon Smith, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Gordon Smith, good to see you. Gordon's joining us from Canada. How you like the garden? Mayday, folks. Mayday. Gordon is joining us from Canada, from Canada, from Canada, guys. From Canada. Joining we from Canada. Mayday, Mayday, people. Mayday. Houston, we have a problem. We have some problems. We got a couple problems, Houston. We got a couple problems. Carlotta Ronalds and all you other fantastic folks. Guys, quite a few things happening on the ground here. Quite a few things. You name it, it's happening here, sir. If you can name it, people, chances are it's happening here. It's one story to the next, and I'm just gonna walk you through, guys. A couple of that. You don't believe me? All right, hold on. Hold on a second or two. Quite a few issues, quite a few matters we're looking at on the ground, guys. Quite a few matters. Trying to make sense of it, guys. Whether you're talking about what's happening in the Pomeroon with that flood, guys, it's Hamper Nation, right? Little what, meet your uncle, them guys, just take a half pint split piece and call us in the morning. Right? That's how it's going. Take a quarter pint rice. It's how it's hamper. Hamper is the panacea for everything, guys. Your head hurt you. Oh, take a little quarter pound butter. That's how it's going in a hamper. That can solve the problems. That can solve the problems. Some of these problems, you gotta bring all the stakeholders to the table. We gotta think them through. We gotta work them through. It's not gonna be easy. You think it's gonna be easy? Nothing in life it's easy. Ask Fitzherbert Jerrick, who's worked all his life, work hard to enjoy his retirement. Life is not easy, guys, but we gotta put in the hard work to get the rewards. We's got to put in the hard work. Certainly, sir. We've got to put in the hard work to get the reward. And you got the floods happening there, Hamper Nation, and then the farmers in Essequibo. Those guys are protesting. They want more money for the paddy. They've worked hard for that yield, and they say you want to come and rob us with our eyes open. We having it. That's what the Pomeroon rice farmers are saying. And just yesterday, we saw them outside of the PPP and Regina office protesting, making their voice heard. They say we're not having that. Don't come wrong with funny. And then the Black Bush rice farmers. This is Region 6. Essequibo is Region 2, Region 6. Them guys is the season of a discontent. That's how they put it. That's how the thinkers and the influencers, the folks who are trying to think through some of these issues, they say, it is the season of our discontent. The Black Bush rice farmers, they're getting $65,000 a ton for paddy. The guys want 70. They said the miller's getting 70, why they gotta get 65? Come on now. Come on now, folks. We gotta be fair, we gotta be equitable. And so we're seeing that at Blackbush. Soon as you turn out from Blackbush, you head down the Blakeman side. The sugar workers, this is since 2018, 2019, right? They got some money pending and they want their money. Don't come wrong with funny without the money. That's what the guy's saying. Don't come wrong funny. And then on the quarantine, the hire car drivers, the guy said things tight. Maintenance costs going up, fuel costs going up. The fares need to go up. That's what they're articulating there. That's what they're saying. They need more money. Right? No sooner you finish with that, folks. The milk announced recently the race flour. Oh, Father. I had to give up chicken. I had to give up boar. I had to give up plantain. I'm in the process of giving up garlic. Now, you tell me I gotta give up flour too. My God. When y'all see all my collarbone showing, y'all know why. When y'all see all my socket printing out inside my head, you'll understand why things are tight. And Brian Max and one and only Lincoln Lewis, activist Brian Max and a trade unionist Lincoln Lewis, they're going to try and come and make some sense at least. My fish gone up. I didn't think I'd have to give up flour too. Huh? We're producing flour right here. Oh, Father. Abba, Father, help us. Please and thank you. Help we. That's why we say Mayday, 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 Mayday. Help, help, help needed people. Gordon, can you help us? Cecile Ogle, can you help us? Brian Barrington, do you have the answers? Mayday's problems, folks. Problems. So the milk raise the flour. This one hurt me. I feel my spine tingling when I'm talking about it. This one hurt me, people. This one hurt me. This flower story. It hurt, yeah, it hurt, yeah. I can't lie. It hurt me. And no soon they have done that. Oh, the Len workers in Linden. Oh, they ain't having it. Mayday, 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 mayday. Mayday, mayday, folks. They ain't having it. They ain't having it. They ain't having it, folks. The land workers, this is the Linden Enterprise Network. Those guys, they haven't been paid for months. Some of them fed up, frustrated, they walk off the job. That's what they want. That is what they want. The people are fed up. They're fed up. And so the Linden Enterprise Network, oh, they call some of them call it today, but that's what they want to frustrate you, you know. Right? They frustrate you and they frustrate you. Both all two. They frustrate and they frustrate. And then we got our young teachers who are going to be tomorrow's molders of the nation's children and the mind of the nation and all that good stuff. Oh, the young teachers, they are in training. They're entitled to a stipend as part of their contract. Now they haven't gotten that stipend for 9 months. How people living? Even if you want to buy a little plant, you even got the money in your pocket. Or even if you want to struggle and buy a little half of a quarter of a quarter upon garlic because it's so expensive, you can't even do that because they're not even giving you the money. And so the CPC students there, the stipend that is lacking, they're in the same category with the Linden and Enterprise Network folks. And then you got the Ghana People's Militia. Oh, Father. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Now, these guys, help, please. Somebody help us. These guys, the Ghanaian People's Militia, they're on the forefront, on the vanguard of our nation's defense. And to boot, they have been on the front lines with COVID-19 months. These guys haven't been paid. Months, they haven't been paid. And even the folks at local government, as memory serves us, they were supposed to have gotten the 7%. I beg your pardon. Wouldn't it be a day we get 70% increase as public servants? They were supposed to get part of that 7% that was given out recently. They're yet to receive that. Mayday, people. Mayday, nothing irregular. Nothing irregular. And folks, is one purgatory to the next, is one confusion powder to the next, folks. What will become of us? What is to become of us? And we have a few folks here who we think understand these issues and might be able to help us, guys. Mayday, we need some help. Who got the answer to these problems? Somebody, the folks that be the powers that be clearly don't have it. Marilyn King, you think they have it? You think they have it? Margaret Nelson, you think they have it? Huh? I'm hoping that Jenny's Booker might have some of the answers. Susan Kanzias may have some of the answers. Gas gone up. Help, help, Father, help we. Help, gas gone up. Folks, y'all think it's easy? Gas has gone up, right? Gas and came out. It out. The price is up, folks. Hazelin King, we need help. Please and thank you. We need some help. We need some everything you can think about. Gone up. Oh, the only thing I'm going up is the wages and salaries. Is the wages and salaries that ain't going up? That is not going up, people. That's not going up. But we have some folks here who can make some sense of these problems. And so we're going to be joined quite shortly by the veteran trade unionist, Lincoln Lewis, uh, and our one and only activist extraordinaire, Brian Max. They're going to be joining us, folks, as soon as we can pull them into the studio. Respect and manners, guys. Respect and manners. Let's see if we can get these guys to join us. I want to hear from them. I want to hear from them. Folks, in the meantime, smash that emoji button for us and share the broadcast. The broadcast. Don't come wrong with funny. That's what Guyanese people saying without the money. Don't come wrong with funny without the money. Things tight. Things tight. And we ain't playing today. That's what the guys say. We ain't playing. Don't come wrong with funny. Please and thank you. Please and thank you, guys. Trying to get the one and only Lincoln Lewis into the broadcast, and let's see if we can do that without any very uneventfully. Let's see if we can do that, folks. Calling the veteran trade unionists, and then we're going to be joined by the activist, one and only, a man who speaks his mind. You like it or not, he's going to speak his mind. Like it or not, he's going to speak his mind. Let's see if we get the trade union guy. But so many things to say right now. So many things to say. That should be a song. I think we should write it as a song. So many things to say right now. So many things to say. And let's see if we get the trade unionists to join the conversation here and move things along, guys. We want to move things along. Move things along. In the meantime, guys, you got some work to do as well. We got some work with those emojis. I ain't see. We ain't see, like we gotta stop the program now. We ain't seeing those emojis, folks. We want to see those emojis. We want to see where you guys are joining us from. We want to see how you guys are feeling out there as well. We want to see that. 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 Guys, I'm trying to get Mr. Lewis and bear with us. Let's see if we can do this. Let us see if we can do this. Let us see if we can do this. Hmm. Let's see if we can do this. Take our time and peel a pine. Holding for just a sec, guys. Holding for just a sec. Holding for share the live stream in the meantime, folks, and smash our emoji button. Do that for us, guys. Please and thank you. Go far away. We're gonna go far away. We're gonna go far away. So bear with us. Bear with we. Bear with we. Mayday, guys. Mayday. Lots of stuff happening. 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 Yep, yep. Think it easy? Not easy. Not easy, folks. Not easy. Not easy. Not easy. Not easy at all. Not easy at all, folks. Bear with us. Yep, yep, yep. Not easy at all. Not easy at all. Not easy at all. Oh, help us, help us. And we're gonna have the guys with us shortly. I promise you that we're gonna have the guys with us shortly. We're gonna have the guys with us shortly. All right. Let me. Mm-hmm. So many things happening, guys. So many things are happening. So many things are happening. And we're gonna take Mr. Lewis first, and then we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk with Brian to see how things are faring at that end. We're gonna take it in that order. All right, bear with us. It'll help us to move through smoothly what we must do. We'll take it in that order, folks. We're gonna take it in that order. Bear with us. Bear with us. And we're about ready to get on the way. So glad that you guys are sharing the live stream. And I think, guys, I think we have Mr. Lewis with us. Do we have Mr. Lewis with us this afternoon?
Yes, sir.
A very good afternoon, sir, and welcome to our podcast Below the Belt. I'm so happy that you could make it. As you know, as a man on the ground, there is so much happening. There is so much happening, and we were just articulating some of it for our listening audience. And I want to do so as well for you to set the context for the discussion that we're going to have this afternoon. On every front we see locally, is not just only this war in Ukraine, it's a war at home here. On every front, the government seemed besieged by problems, and they seem to be they seem to be sauntering from one issue to the next, whether it's the floods that are in the Pomeroon there, the Essequibo rice farmers are crying out, the Blackbush Polder rice farmers as well. You got the Blairmont sugar workers protesting. You got the quarantine taxi drivers protesting. And then you got cost of living, Mr. Lincoln Lewis. Cost of living is going up. Gas has gone up recently. The price of flour has gone up recently. And you're seeing some of our workers are going unpaid as well. We're hearing the situation there at the Linden Enterprise Network. Workers have gone unpaid there for months. Some have walked off the job recently. CPC trainee students there, student stipends have gone unpaid for over 8 months now. The Guyana People's Militia have gone unpaid for many months as well. Mr. Lincoln Lewis, you've been in this business for a long time. I'm a student at your feet, sir. Talk to us about what's happening in this country of ours.
Thank you, sir. Let me just say to you that it, uh, it is clearly that the government intends to ascribe to itself all the political space of making all the decisions regardless of the circumstances, regardless of who it impacts on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, the government, the spirit and intent of this constitution, when when being looked at from the position of a church which speaks for inclusionary democracy, um, the government talk about it when you're in opposition. The party, the pharmacy government talk about it. When they go into power, they don't. What these guys intend to do is to make decisions, regardless of who it affects, to hell with it. Um, so long it benefits us,
Mm-hmm.
our family and our friends, and so forth, then we are comfortable. Let them talk. They have really virtually dismissed the general society, you know. But what they fail to understand is 50% of these people are who are citizens of this country voted for the opposition. The opposition represented 50%, half of the population represent. Let me go on. But they believe that democracy, so long they have won the National Assembly, given the executive, means that they have the mandate to do any damn thing
Mm-hmm.
and don't even consult or listen to the opinion of anybody. That is how they govern. As the president speaks about one Guyana, the one Guyana, what he's saying is one set of people. We are going to make millions families. That's one Guyana. Um, so Sharon been in for a hard time, been in for a long time, been in for a rough time. The faster we can, as those who are marginalized, can mobilize, stand up, come with a program and stand up that is being respected, we're going to remain in this case of life.
Mr. Lewis, what is the temperature in those communities that traditionally do not support the PPPC? Because if we're seeing in those on that corridor, and we are looking at a map, that corridor that supports them, and if they're going through these trials and travails, if you walk from One and you come down and you see where some of the problems are that making the headlines currently, it's in the heartland of the PPP, and their supporters aren't taking too kindly to these hardships, and I think they're saying we sign up for this, and they want better, and they're pressing them, and we see in lots of instances they're confronting them. If that's what's happening in the heartland, what's happening in the other sections of the country? I can imagine it's
This,
even more dire.
the society is so divided. Let me say to you, if the police goes into PvP, a PvP dominant community that is um, protesting, um, they will treat them one way. You know, because if they hit anybody, they have broken a limb or they have shot anybody, there will be swift reaction by the political directorate to bring justice to the family that is affected. When it comes to the community that is not seen as supporting the people, when the police go in there, they behave anyhow.
Hmm.
Even if they kill people, they, the political directorate is out of justification for, for what has been done. And you can cry to the talk of Corona, they will turn their gun on things like this. Having said that, there's a, there's a level of fear that exists in the community that are not supported or without perceiving not to have voted for the current government. There's that level of fear. So because you have two different treatments, one from those who are considered supported and one for who they don't consider. For them together, you're not being able to get them together to work together. You know, let me tell you something. Um, when the previous government was in office, we had on principle on the issues that affect labor, we had a common position across the board by the trade union in the trade union community. The moment that we have come together, we have two positions, one from people and one from the TUC. So we have been seeing it over the years. That is how these things unfold. The government has been successful over the years to divide and rule, divide and rule. You know, I look at how they have called out and seek to demean some organizations in the civil society
Yeah, I
or
was coming there.
how they have called out those people and seek to demean them. But those same people, my experience taught me that those same people are going to find some justification when the TV, we're not holding them accountable to find some justification to 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 bring back normalcy in the relationship at the expense of the principles that they stood up for. As for that.
And why do you think with people hurting the way people are hurting financially, economically, the PPP seems more interested in going after the critics, as you have rightfully mentioned. They've called out several organizations, Ghana Human Rights Organization, you name it. They've gone after their perceived critics. Why this posture?
Divide and rule. They have the time is, let me point out to you. The PPP is good at the process of sanitizing the regimes very fast. You can catch the PPP stealing something. For instance, all the charges that were leveled against former ministers of this current government, the quick time which you get to office, even if it is not, even if it is wrong, even if the law, even if they break the law, you see they move to throw them aside quick, very fast. What they did is to sanitize their image, and they start to point at people who was in the past government to say it's not we stealing, it's them, so we're gonna lock them up.
Yep, and for folks listening, some of those persons included the now finance minister. He had fraud charges brought against him, and Mr. Brassington, Winston Brassington. As a matter of fact, that case was a matter for the High Court, and the High Court said there was sufficient evidence for that matter to go forward. The DPP dropped those charges. You had current Attorney General. He has fraud charges against him also. And those charges were dropped as well. You had Irfan Ali had 19 fraud charges against him. Those charges were dropped as well. You had private criminal charges were brought against Claudette Singh, the CEO of the chairman of GCOM. Those charges were dropped as well. Those charges were dropped as well. Yep, Mr. Lewis.
Yeah. So that what I would already point out to you, that's the way they operate. That's the way they operate. They just seek to sanitize themselves and to demonize others. And many persons who may be in leadership position don't want to be demonized. They don't want to get in that mud slinging with them. So some people give them a pass.
Mr. Lewis, in these dark times, according to our national poet Martin Carter, in these dark times, what do you think should be the posture of the Guyanese people?
What should be
The posture,
posture?
yes, of the average citizen.
Hold the government accountable. Hold this government accountable. You got to hold hands together. I want to tell you something. You need them. For instance, the cost of living is going up. The economists The economists who are the kitchen economists are the people now who should be leading the way. We should work with them, closely with them, and lead the way. We need to bring the pots and pans and knock them in the street because otherwise from now they will not be able to be used. You're not able to buy gas, you're not able to buy food. So we need to develop a strategy what we do it. Okay?
Yep, 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 yep. Mr. Lewis, it's a trying time. It's a trying time, and in your wildest dreams, you've been here as an elder. You've been in these issues. You've been at this level. I guess for the majority of your adult life. Did you foresee anything like this? Where we came from, 2020, and coming up, you thought we'd be here now?
You know, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something. When I said to people when they shout that oil has been found, my first reaction is when people start to talk about the the contract.
Hmm.
I said, let us see the contract is there. Let us first see where we can get from the better. You know why I said so? Because as we fight about what is right and wrong in the contract, what is available to us is being siphoned off by a group of people
Yep.
for their benefit. Let me tell you something. Okay. Mister, we have fought over the years for universal health care, free education. Those are things that the trade union fought for. 8-hour work day, 40-hour work week, holiday with pay, and those type of things. The trade union fought for. We have reached the point where in the 50s, we hand this agenda over to the politicians.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Burnham, Cherry was there, and over to Burnham. Burnham died, and after Burnham died, free education was put on the chopping block. People start to waver about it, and the people knock out free education. You know, something instructive we need to take note of. Burnham died in Georgetown Hospital, National Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Cheney died at Walter Reed in Washington, Best Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Mr. Jagvio Tukil, he was medivac to Florida. Good. Um, Mr. Hoyt, before him, Tukil, he had a problem. He went to the States to get that done.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Granger, he went to Cuba.
Correct. Correct.
The ordinary man in the bloody street who children or themselves are being challenged by these illness. These people have to find themselves at Georgetown Hospital where the facilities now don't exist, the facilities don't exist, or they have to go publicly and beg for people to throw up money for them to go and get some treatment overseas. These are the type of things that you get a windfall from oil. These are the type of things that we first need to address. And education, health, and those type of things.
Mm-hmm.
But every minister and if possible parliamentarians can jump on a plane and go to some other country and get quality education, quality health services, to meet the needs, their needs, to address the health situation. We, when people talk about when people talk about the hills of oil, it is not oil as the hills. It is the leaders who are who maintain a system that militate against the interests of the masses. And there is where we have to start do something. Worried.
Yep. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct on all counts. Uh, Mr. Lewis, absolutely correct. And Guyanese are just coming to terms. And as you rightfully said, they have the responsibility. We have the responsibility to hold the administration accountable. Finally, Mr. Lewis, what when you gauge the PPC, is there method to this madness, or is just madness? When you look at them, this whole thing they got up operating here, you look at the leadership. Is there any method to what they're doing, or it's just madness?
It's not a method. It's not a method. It's that you are not part of the equation as partners.
Hmm. Go ahead, Mr. Lewis.
I said you're not part of the equation.
You're just not part of the equation.
Hmm.
Mr. Lewis, I want to thank you for your time today. I know how busy you are, sir, but I really want to thank you for acquiescing our invitation and being here to share your thoughts with us. Always welcome, sir. Always welcome. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Folks, the one and only veteran trade unionist, Mr. Lincoln Lewis, there with us today. And we're going to have joining us quite shortly, guys, quite shortly. The one and only activist, Brian Max, is going to be with us. Folks, don't leave just yet. We're not quite through. Some of you, some of you are some bad name cheering, Some of you are some bad name cheering. We're going to have Brian joining us in just a few. In just a few, guys. So stay with us. We're going to have Brian joining us. That being said, folks, that's what's happening. Mayday, Mayday, boy, what we tell you? That's what's going down. Mayday, Mayday. Brian is going to join us in just a second. Just a few, folks. Just a few. We're going to have Brian Max, the activist, the one and only. Let me try to get Brian in the studio as quickly as possible. Share the live stream in the meantime, folks, and smash that emoji button for us. Smash that emoji button. Brian is going to join us in just a second, folks. Bear with us. On all fronts is a war. A war on all fronts. That's what's happening. A war on all fronts. Let's see if we can pull Brian into the podcast. Thanks for joining us. Those of you who are now joining us, thanks for joining the podcast. Really good to see so many of you with us today, guys. Trust everything is going down well at your end. And we're trying to get Brian into the studio, Brian. Mayday, 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 Mayday. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Help needed. Maybe Brian got some of the answers that we need. Maybe Brian has some of the answers that we need. And we're trying to get Brian. Brian, where are you, my brother? Where are you? Where are you, Brian? Guys, so glad to see you. Jenny's Booker, we see you there. And Wilma Grant, we see you as well. We see you, Chisung Henry. How are you guys? Maybe Chisung has some of the answers that we need. Maybe Chisung have some of the answers that we need, folks. We see Gordon Smith is with us as well. Good to see Gordon. Good to see Gordon. Where is Brian hiding out today? Let me see if I get Brian the other way. Let me see if we get Brian the other way today. I don't know why Brian isn't coming through. Some people are disgusting. Some people are disgusting. That being said, it's good to see Will's Felix Skimone. That's how this fancy name is pronounced? Claire Capel is with us as well. I'm trying to get Brian in as quickly as possible, guys. Brian was just in the comments talking to us and has really disappeared. Some people got to hold them down, They're busy too much. Busy too much. We're going to try to get Brian in as quickly. Brian, where you there? Where you there? Where you there? Folks, Brian hosts, Brian will host a whole program. Brian's going to host a whole program, folks. But as we said, lots of stuff happening on the home front. Lots of stuff. Those of you in the diaspora, your family call you and say, oh, they want a little piece, believe them. Nothing irregular. Nothing. With the prices going up, I don't know where we're going. Don't know where we're going, folks. Don't know where we're going. Prices going up daily, daily, daily. Daily. I see Edward Gonzalez joining us from the Bronx. Is it Steam Okra is here? Is Steam Okra? Or Steam Okra? Could be Steam Okra too. That's the other thing. Glenn Sismingo Burns is here with us as well. Brian, if you're hearing us, please come into the studio. We beg of you. And let's get a move on, guys. So glad to see Patricia Kissoon is here. And so glad to see all the other folks who are joining us. So glad to see you folks with us today, guys. We'd rather spend our time with no one else than you lovely, lovely, lovely folks. You lovely, beautiful people. Good to have you. Ingrid King, we see you there as well. Guys, guys, guys. Good to see you. Good to see you, Roxanne. Right. Y'all see Brian, you gotta tell Brian a couple words, You spot Brian about the place. We gotta tell Brian a couple words. We gotta tell Brian a couple words. Just saw Brian in the comment section commenting that he's fired up and ready to go. And then he missed it. And he was ready to go indeed. He was ready to go. And he's going to be with us shortly. He was ready to go and he went. Maureen to Chesterport. We see you as well, guys. We see you as well. Yep, 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 yep. And we're running up to the 1 o'clock hour. Are we there? Is that we pass it? We're right there, guys. Right there. And we gotta send out a SOS apparently for Brian. An SOS for Brian. Guys, tomorrow we're going to be on, and even though tomorrow is a holiday back home here in Guyana, it's a holiday. It's Pagua tomorrow. We're going to be on, and tomorrow is Open Mic Friday, guys. So prepare to come through. Prepare to come through. We're gonna be having a couple of our fans on with us tomorrow, talking about some of these very issues. So prepare to come through. Please do that. Prepare to come through. We want to hear from you guys. Prepare to come through and be part of our open mic. Fridays is open mic, and holiday or no holiday, the mic is yours. We're going to open up the mic and to hear from you guys. I think is it what's your name? Somebody says it well. Brian like he like work. Brian must be live someplace. Y'all know Brian is chuck it. Brian must be live someplace. Good to see you guys. And just to let you know, we're going to be on. We're going to be on tomorrow, irregardless. We are going to be on. Brian or no Brian, we're going to be on. And good to see so many of you guys here with us. Great to see all of you. And still holding to see if we get Brian. Brian was just there in the comment section. He tried to make people something out here, Brian trying to make people something out here, But we're not having it. We're not having it. That's what we're saying. We're going to try again. We're going to try again, folks, and see if we get Brian to come through. If not, he's going to owe us one. He's going to owe us one. And we ain't gonna take it easy. We're not going to take it easy. Guys, that being said, good to see Wendy Ogle is with us and Marcel Williams. Maureen Chichest is here as well. Glensis is here. Good to see all you folks. And I think that's going to do it for our time today. We got to ring Brian the next time. That's going to do it for our time today. Marcel Williams, good to see you. We want to really thank veteran trade unionist Lincoln Lewis for coming through and really putting things in perspective. I love to listen to our elders, listen to their advice, listen to their guidance, because they've been here before us. And if they tell you this is how things is going down, this is how things is going down. Shirley Crichton said we got to cuss. Well, Shirley, you got to do what you got to do. Sister Henry, got to do what you got to do. Beatrice Selby, good to see you as well. Folks, Brian's going to owe us one. Y'all see him about the place, tell him we ain't having it. Brian, don't come wrong with funny. Certainly he has good reading Bibles just in the comment section on the program commenting. And then he cannot be found. But good to see and good to have all of you guys here with us nonetheless. Patricia Kissoon and Glensis Mingo Burn. Tomorrow is open mic. Tomorrow's open mic, guys. I'm looking forward to spending some time with you. And these are the issues. Mayday, mayday, mayday. We need help, people. We need help. We need help. Isn't it easy? We need help. Help needed. Help needed. Help needed. Help needed, guys. Mayday, 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 mayday. Help needed. Help needed. Mayday, folks. Mayday. Help, 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 help. Mayday. Think it's easy. Guys, have a fantastic afternoon. And we're going to talk to you guys soon. Have a fantastic, fantastic rest of the afternoon. We're going to see you guys right back here tomorrow for another edition of our podcast. Below the belt, who vex lose? Who vex lose, guys? We still need all the help we can get. Meeting our monthly responsibilities. So many ways we provided that you guys can partner with us. We are available via Cash App, via PayPal, via Zelle, via MMG. We're available, guys, via Western Union, via MoneyGram. Help us to meet our responsibilities, please and thank you. Please and thank you, guys. If you want to know how you can partner with us, guys, you want to know how to use one of these platforms, you can WhatsApp 627-6963, and we can be certain to tell you that. 627-6963. Take care, guys. We're going to see you guys tomorrow. We're going to see you guys right back here tomorrow. Please and thank you. See you guys soon. Apologies for Brian's no show. We're certain Brian has a good explanation for that, but we're going to talk to you guys very soon. See you guys later. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe. Stay safe.